Good evening everyone. My name is Vijay Gupta and you are watching biology classes. So welcome to all of you in this lecture of biology. Student, as we all know that currently I am making all my videos for my 12th students. In my last two videos, I started a new chapter, that is your chapter number 1, reproduction and organism. In these lectures, I told you about the reproduction, different methods of reproduction and asexual reproduction in a very detailed way. In this lecture, I will tell you, it is the third lecture, and in this lecture, I will tell you another method of reproduction, that is the vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. So first of all, what the vegetative reproduction is. Suppose that it is a plant and the plant consists of different parts. The lowermost part is known as root, which is inside the soil. Generally, this part is stem, and the stem consists of leaves. These are the leaves. So the root, stem and leaf, these are the vegetative parts of a plant. These are the vegetative or the somatic parts of the plant, while flower is the reproductive part of a plant. As we all know that flower is the reproductive part of a plant which consists of male and female. If the reproduction occurs with the help of these vegetative parts, root, stem, leaves, then this type of reproduction is termed as vegetative propagation or the vegetative reproduction. If the reproduction takes place with the help of floral parts or the androecium, gynoecium, which are the male and female of a flower, then this type of reproduction is termed as the sexual reproduction. But we are not going to talk about the sexual reproduction. In this lecture, I want to tell you that when the reproduction takes place with the help of root, stem and leaf, then this type of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction. We are not going to talk about the flower or the sexual reproduction. So suppose that the plant grows with the help of root or with the help of stem or with the help of leaf or any other special structure, then this type of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction. So what the definition is? Regeneration of new plants, regeneration or the production of new plants from the vegetative parts. As I told you before, from the vegetative parts that may be such as root, stem, leaves and bulbils. Bulbil is a special structure which grows in some plant. I'll describe it later. So root, stem, leaves, bulbils is known as vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. Simply, when the reproduction takes place with the help of any vegetative part of a plant such as root, stem, leaf, then this type of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction. Now, the vegetative reproduction is further divided into two main types. Number one, natural vegetative reproduction, as you can see, natural vegetative reproduction. Another one is the artificial vegetative reproduction. Natural vegetative reproduction is a reproduction when it occurs naturally. When naturally root, stem and leaves give rise to a new plant, then it is the natural vegetative reproduction. And artificial means when artificially we produce a plant with the help of these parts, then it is known as artificial vegetative propagation. I will tell you about in my next video about the artificial vegetative reproduction. In this video, we are going to talk about natural vegetative reproduction. So there are four main types of natural vegetative reproduction. I'll describe one by one. So number one, vegetative reproduction by root. Second one, vegetative reproduction by stem. Third one, by leaves. And fourth one is by bulbils. So number one, by roots. As you can see in the diagram, it is a tuberous or the tuberous root of sweet potato. Sweet potato is a plant and it is the root of sweet potato, which is fleshy and tuberous, so it is the root. This root consists of numerous adventitious buds. During the growth of this tuber, numerous roots develops on the root and numerous adventitious buds develops on the root, and these adventitious buds or the vegetative buds give rise to a new plant during favorable condition after germination. So as you can see in the diagram, these are the buds and these are the tuberous roots which appears on the root or on the fleshy root. So it is the example of vegetative reproduction by roots, and it is the sweet potato. Another example is Dahlia. It's a plant which also consists of these types of tuberous root and in which adventitious buds grows and develop a new plant. So I told you about something about the definition. In some plants, the roots give rise to adventitious buds. As you can see, these are the adventitious buds, and these buds produce new plant during the favorable condition. And in favorable condition, these buds develop or germinate and to form a new plant. This is the vegetative reproduction by roots. Next one is by stem. As you can see in the diagram, it is the potato. Potato is a stem. It is an underground stem. So in this potato, these vegetative buds are present in the form of eye. So as you can see, these are the eyes which are present on potato. These eyes give rise to numerous adventitious buds, and these adventitious buds germinate and to form new plants. So it is the vegetative reproduction by stem, and the best example is potato, that is Solanum tuberosum. So in some aerial and underground stems may be aerial, means present in the air, or the underground, present inside the soil, and maybe semi-aerial. There are a lot of examples of stem. So in some aerial and underground stem, potato is an underground stem. Adventitious buds develops on the stem. These are the adventitious buds which are developed on the stem, which give rise to new plant during the favorable condition. And in favorable condition, these vegetative buds or the adventitious buds grows and germinate and to form a new plant. So it is a vegetative reproduction by stem. Another example is ginger, in which vegetative reproduction takes place. Now the third one is vegetative reproduction by leaves. In some plants, the leaves becomes fleshy and store the food. At the leaf margins, numerous buds which are known as foliar buds. The word foliar means leaf-like. So in some plants, the leaf margin bears foliar buds, and these foliar buds develop a new plant, and this type of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction by leaf. And the best example is bryophyllum. It is a leaf of bryophyllum. Another example is begonia. So as you can see, in some fleshy leaves, the leaves are fleshy due to the food storage. In some fleshy leaves, the foliar buds produced on the leaf margins. As you can see in the diagram, these are the leaf margins, and the buds which develop are known as foliar buds. Foliar buds develops at the leaf margins that grow into new plants, and these foliar buds grow and to form a new plant. Now the last one is by bulbils. What the bulbils are? Bulbil is a special multicellular mass which is present on the lower side of the plant. As you can see in the diagram, it is the bulbil, it is the leaf, it is the stem, and it is the bulbil, and the plant is of oxalis. Another example is lilium. So in some plants, some flowers in the lower parts are modified into a small multicellular structure. In some plants, some lower flowers, the flowers which are present at the lower side, modified into a special multicellular mass which is known as bulbil. Okay, they fall on the ground, they detach from the main plant, or they fall on the ground and grow into a new plant during the favorable condition, and these bulbils grow into a new plant in the favorable condition. So it was the vegetative reproduction by bulbils. Example are oxalis and lilium. So I told you about the natural vegetative reproduction by root, by stem, by leaves, and by bulbils, and I think everything is very clear to you. Still, if you have any question, then you may ask in the comment section. I will try my best to reply you. So it was all about the natural vegetative propagation in this video. I'll tell you about the artificial vegetative reproduction in my next lecture. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.